Do you have RPG Developer Bakin and 8D Character Creator? Do you want to get your newly created 8D Character Creator sprite into Bakin fast? Well, this video is going to show you how to do that and fast. First, finish creating your beautiful 8D Character Creator sprite. I'm done with mine and I'm going to call him King Cyan. Next, make sure you go to the export method option and select RPG Bakin sprite sheets. You can change the frame size if you like. I'm going to keep mine at 400 just to have the maximum detail, and I can resize once I get it in Bakin. I'm also going to leave toggled animations to all so that I get all of the included animations for my character. I'll leave on render shadow and render weapon trail and click export. Now, if you're leaving all of the animations in, the export can take a minute, so just be patient. When your export process is finished, you'll be able to save your character anywhere you want. I'm just going to put mine right in the downloads folder and click save. Now let's go into that folder, right click on the zip file that was generated and extract it to its own folder. We can't import these assets while they're still in the zip file. I'm going to go ahead and go into this folder, and now I can see all of the sprites that come with this set. We're going to go ahead and make Bakin into a window. So we basically want Bakin to be in a window that we can see and drag files onto. And we have access to our sprite export right here. Now your sprite export is comprised of two sections, one of which is the collection of 10 different bust graphics. When you open these, they'll look something like this. We don't want to drag these onto Bakin. Instead, we're going to drag any of the bottom section of files. These are all of the actual sprite sheets. They'll look something like this, or like this. It doesn't matter which one we grab and drag onto Bakin, but I'll go ahead and grab this one. It's King Cyan _ walk.ping. It's just my walk sprite. So we'll click and drag it right into Bakin and drop it. These sprites are pretty big, so this process can take a few seconds, but we are expecting to see this window now. Okay, so when you drop sprites onto Bakin in this manner, you get a chance to configure the sprite attributes, and almost all of these you'll be able to change after the import, so it doesn't matter if you mess up this step, but we'll go ahead and put in the correct configuration now. I'm going to leave the name as King. The X slice size is set to 48 by default, but we're going to change that to 400. Watch what happens to the gray grid around the sprite when I do that. The Y slice size is set to 48, and we're going to change that to 400 as well. We're doing that because the size of the exported sprite frames are 400 pixels by 400 pixels. If you exported at, say, 360 instead of 400 in 8D Character Creator, then your slice sizes will be 360 and 360, and so on. All right, this is exactly what we want our sprite to look like. I'm going to leave the scale at 100%. We're going to leave the billboard type at billboard, although we can change this to vertical billboard, and I'll show you what that looks like later. And now it's time to show you something really cool. Bakin actually pulled in all of the other sprites with the same name from that export. So all 36 of the animations that 8D Character Creator creates are now imported into Bakin and correctly. We're not done yet. I'm going to change the display time from 200 to 100 milliseconds because that looks a lot more natural in Bakin. And I'm going to change the playback loop from back and forth to loop. Now, instead of the animation going from frame to frame until it reaches the end and then bouncing backwards, it's just going to loop from the last frame to the first frame. That's the way I think these sprites are intended to go. Hit OK. And now again, it's going to take just a few seconds for all of those sprites to get processed into the engine. And our sprite is now on the map where we dragged them. Okay, but we want this to be a playable character now, right? Easy peasy. Go to database. Go to the casts menu. Scroll up to the top of casts where it says add and click the button. We are now in the asset picker. Now the asset picker can be a pain to navigate for some, but don't worry about that. Just click on 2D stamps right here. Look for the name of your sprite. In my case, it's King. As soon as we click on it, we can see the preview of the sprite in the rendering stamp preview, and we can see all of the animations. In the bottom right hand corner, click add and exit. And now we're back in the cast menu. Just go in the bottom right hand corner, click apply, and then click OK. We now have a cast that will utilize all of the graphics of this sprite that we've imported. There's a couple more things we need to do. We'll need to rename some of these animations so that they work correctly in Bakin. Animations such as the wait, the walk, and the run are things that have to be given a specific name. Thankfully, the export process in 8D Character Creator makes this easy as well. So on the left-hand side of the screen, go to Resources, and under 2D Stamps, click on Slice Animation. Now select your character that you just imported. In my case, this is King, and you'll see your sprite again in the Slice Animation preview window, and all of the animations right below. We're just going to rename a few. We're going to rename Cyan _ walk, and we can rename them right here under motion by the name property. And all I'm going to do is just take out that cyan and that underscore and change it to walk. Okay, now whenever our character walks on the map, Bakin will automatically point to this animation and it will look natural as it's using the actual walk animation for our character. Let's go ahead and rename Cyan run to just run and Cyan wait to just wait. You can rename whatever else you like here. The animations include a carry idle, I'm going to change the name of that one to jump up. That's because jump up is the animation that is called whenever you have jump enabled in your project and when you jump on the map. Just hit OK when you're done. Finally, let's go to game definition. And by start settings, I'm just going to click on the main cast and I'm going to select our king character and click add and exit. And this is just going to make our new sprite the main character for test play purposes. Hit apply and OK. Delete that sprite. I don't need that placed on the map. I just need to play as this character and hit test play. And we are on the map. We are full size. We are really, really big. So we're going to resize our sprite now. But it's beautiful. Light plays off of it and everything. Dash works perfect. We are good to go. Okay, so to resize the sprite properly, we're going to go into resources. Under 2D stamps, we're going to make sure we're in slice animation again. And then on the right side of the screen, under slice animation settings, next to the scale property, we can specify a value other than 100. I'm going to go ahead and type in 50. So we're at 50% scale. Hit OK. And now we'll test play again, and we're a much more agreeable size. So this is the 8D character creator sprite that I have created in my newly created map, walking through the forest. I feel like the animations feel good, that they transition nicely, and that the sprite plays with the lighting on the map appropriately. Here we are running. Here we are at idle. That's it for this process, but I'm going to run through it again really, really fast. Are you ready? 1. Make your awesome character in 8D Character Creator. Finish giving them a name. Toggle what animations you want to have. Select RPG Bakin sprite sheets under the export method. Select the frame size. Click export. Save it somewhere. Go to that somewhere and unzip the file. Open up Bakin. Grab one of your sprite sheets, not one of your bus graphics, and just drag it right into RPG Developer Bakin's map scene. When the import window appears, set X slice size and Y slice size to whatever you selected in the export. I'm going to change the scale to 50% this time and select vertical billboard. Display time for animations is 100 milliseconds. Playback loop is loop. Hit OK. Go to resources. Click on your new sprite under 2D stamps, slice animation. Rename your animations to run, wait, and walk. Hit OK. Click database. Add a new cast. Click 2D stamps. Click your new sprite. Click add and exit. Click apply. Click OK. Congratulations, you now have a cast all set up in your engine. What? You want to make them the main character for testing purposes? Alright. Click game definition. Click the name of your main cast under main cast operating cast. In the asset picker, click your new character. Hit add and exit. Click apply and OK. That's it, your main character has now been changed out. And by the way, this is what the other billboard setting looks like in the map scene. You are now a flat 2-dimensional sprite. It's kind of like that game, the paper game, where you play a plumber and go through a door that's 1,000 years old. You know what I'm talking about. Alright, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please consider subscribing for more Premiere Bakin education, and I will see you in the next video. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye for now.